one time I was doing my makeup, right? I was doing my makeup one time, and my makeup was so flawlessly done, and I was putting my Fenty Beauty highlight on my face, and she was like, you don't need to put that much highlight, you look ugly anyways. Girl, the whole night I was feeling like I was ugly, and I tell you, when I walked in there, everybody was staring at me, everybody was telling me how beautiful I was, but because my partner told me that I was ugly, and she had been constantly saying it, that I was fat, that I need to lose weight, my stomach is getting fat, I don't have good posture, I don't know how to stand, I don't know how to talk. She was saying all these things to me. That's how I was thinking. I was thinking that I was ugly. I was thinking that I wasn't good enough. Okay? So if you're going through that right now, baby girl, I'm telling you that you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not ugly. You're not fat. You just need to leave that person. You need to take your sanity, your peace of mind, your children, your dog, your cat, your bird, and leave. Do not leave any pets with them. Do not try to be like, oh, maybe he will come back. Girl, you know how many people in this world go back to their abusive partners and they end up 6 feet in the ground. They end up going to go meet Jesus. What's up, beautiful souls? It's the best host in town, Big Phoebes. I am a certified medical assistant and a certified surgical tech student living in the state of New York. I am also a domestic and sexual abuse survivor. And welcome to Let's Talk on the Couch. Yay! Yay! Woo! I don't know if I have to do that intro again because I'm a little shaky, because this is the very first episode of Let's Talk on the Couch. Welcome to the couch. I hope, okay, everything looks good. The couch looks okay. It's a wonderful background, so I'm appreciative for this beautiful couch. And for everybody tuning in, make sure you hit the subscribe button. You like, share, comments, send this video to your friends. Let's get into it. Today's topic is run away from toxic partners. I'm gonna give you a little disclaimer so that we know what we're here for, and we're not just talking to the wind, and we're not just like, you didn't just click, on a random channel and like, what is this about? So this podcast is a safe space, and if you see me looking down, I have my notes here. This podcast is a safe space to uplift, empower, and support women on the journey from survival to thriving. I'm just gonna give like a little review. I'm somebody that has survived domestic and sexual abuse. I have survived physical assault in my relationship and emotional assault in my relationships as well. And I am here to, make sure that you guys know that you're not alone. And I'm just gonna give a little disclaimer, okay? This content is for information purposes only, and it is not a substitute for professional, legal, medical, or therapeutic advice. Your safety is number one, and I'm only here for my ladies and men, obviously, because domestic violence doesn't have a gender. It happens to everybody. So, you guys, first, we're going to be talking about toxicity and abuse and how to run away from the toxic partners. Basically, we know that being in a toxic relationship, Jesus, I can't speak English. English is not my first language, y'all. So just bear with me, okay? Toxicity drains your energy. Toxicity creates constant drama. Toxicity lacks respect. Toxicity involves manipulation. Not all toxic relationships lead to physical abuse, but all abusive relationship are toxic. Yeah. Every single toxic relationship, you know. So basically, you guys, we have, and I'm going to be putting down on the screen the if you're going through any emergency, what's it called? If you're going through any emergency right now and you need to seek help, I'm going to put the hotlines down on the screen so you guys can see and you can have access to those information. And I also have an ebook called How to Get Away from an Abusive Partner. It's going to also be linked in the description box if you want something that you can go back to and actually write and follow step by step. In that ebook, I am going to give you every single detail what you're supposed to do to get away from the toxic abusive relationship that you're in right now. So what is toxicity? What is toxic and what is abusive? I just, explained basically in a little form what toxicity is. Abuse is used to gain control and power over that partner. So if you have a partner, if you have a boyfriend, you have a girlfriend, you have a friend, you have a parent, you have anybody in your life that is trying to always coercive, controlling, always trying to one-up you, always trying to make you feel small. And abuse can be verbal, it can be emotional, it can be physical, and it can be sexual. Okay? So when people tell you, oh, I never hit her, oh, I never hit him before, but you're always cussing him out, always insulting her, always calling her ugly, always emotionally downsizing and dehumanizing a person, honey, you are in an abusive relationship. Yeah. If nobody told you, let me tell you right now, and you need to what? Dip. Okay? You need to take your stuff and you need to leave. Okay, so let me tell you something. All abusive relationships are toxic, but not all toxic relationships are abusive. But both are very valid reasons why you need to run away. You don't need to justify your pain by comparing yourself to other people. You don't need to say, oh, look at Mrs. A and Mrs. B. Their relationship is working out well. Honey, don't ever do that. Don't ever compare yourself to somebody else. Don't. Because you don't even know what they're going through in their relationship. You don't even know what they're going through in their lives. You don't know what goes on behind closed doors. I was there. I have been there. I had an ex-husband that was very financially controlling. He was very, 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 very emotionally abusive. He had never hit me one day, but that man would talk shit to me like I was a 2-year-old child that could not think by herself. He would dehumanize me, humiliate me in front of his friends, make me look like I was small. Okay? And he would go around telling every person that I was the crazy one. But I knew that I was not crazy. That little voice in your head that tells you that, oh, what's going on? That you know how like people have like intuitions in their mind? That little voice in your head, that little voice that you could hear that this feels wrong. That is your intuition, that is your gut. And it's telling you to run. Baby, listen to it. Okay? Listen to that voice, because that voice is your inner thoughts. Is basically, I would say, it's the Holy Spirit. Because if God doesn't want you to be in a situation, he's not going to put you in there. And if God is telling you that it's time for you to leave a situation, baby girl, it's time for you to leave. Okay? You need to listen to that voice. Your intuition is that gut feeling in your stomach. Okay? And the examples of this intuition, example of these feelings, I'll give you. When the partner that you're with, whenever they come home, or whenever they drive into the driveway and you just feel like you need to go use the bathroom. You just feel like your stomach is turning inside. You know how women have like menstrual cramps? You just have that sick gut feeling. Babe, that is abuse. When your stomach is twisting and turning and you see them just, you could just, when you look at the clock and you know that, oh my God, he's about to come home, and you start fidgeting. And that used to happen to me as a child, when my dad would go to work, and the moment you hear his car, everybody dissipates. You can't be in the living room watching TV. Who are you to sit in the living room and watch TV? I did not watch TV as a child until maybe I was like in my later teen years, because he would say, why are you sitting in the living room watching TV? Go in the kitchen, learn how to cook. Go in the kitchen, learn how to cook. He wouldn't say it as gently as I'm saying it. He would say it with so much aggression and aggressiveness that, girl, right now as an adult, I see cooking as a punishment. I love to eat. I know how to cook, but I see cooking as a punishment because it used to be a punishment when I was younger. We would be go in the kitchen and learn how to cook. You're a woman, you need to, and I was like 12, 13 years old. I was not allowed to be a child, right? So when you can't speak up around your partner, when you can't say what's on your mind, when you can't talk about any situation. Like, let me give you for instance, let me give you an example. Why do I keep saying let me give you for instance? Let me give you an example. When we were younger and we were going to a friend's house or a party, we were not even allowed to go to parties. We were not allowed to go to parties. We were not allowed to go to friends' houses. We're not allowed to go nowhere. Sit your butt down in the house. And as an adult, I understand that because people are really weird. But to be honest, whenever we eventually got the chance to go out, my dad will sit everybody down and pull your ears and tell you, you better not go out there telling nobody the business in the house. You better not go out there telling nobody about your family. You better not. And I understood where he was coming from, but to be honest, it's because he didn't want us to speak up about the things that we were going through. I personally went through a lot of domestic abuse by my father, and that transcended into relationships in my adult life and allowing people to bully me. I got bullied in school. I got bullied in my relationships. I had ex-girlfriends that would not even look at me, that I would be the butt of the joke every single time. And I would just think, oh, they were laughing at me. No, I was getting bullied, honey. So if you're the kind of person that you see, you can't speak up in your relationship, you can't talk, you can't say how you feel, you're always tagged as the crazy one, they gaslight you all the time. Gaslighting is a tool that an abusive person uses, because they will make you act like what you're saying is wrong. They did something to you. They know. You have to realize that this person is a grown adult. These grown adults can think for themselves. They can wake up in the morning and their brain actually works. Okay, so they know what they're doing to you. They know what they're doing. They've always known what they were doing to you. So baby girl, you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not a lunatic. You don't need to be on any medications. I used to have I wouldn't even call him a boyfriend. I used to have somebody that I knew, an acquaintance, that he literally called me crazy. Told me that I need to be on medication, that I have the attention span of a goldfish. Even though I know that I have ADHD, he made me think that I was crazy, girl. Tell me why I went to this man's house. I was sitting outside for almost an hour and a half before he even got up to come open the door for me. When he came up to open the door for me, and the people that know me will know this story very much. When he came to open the door for me, he just left me on the couch. He didn't tell me to go into his room, because like, he was not the only one living in the house. It was his house, but he was not the only one. So on a normal day, I would go in his room, sit down, watch TV. You know, he would order something for me to eat. Girl, after sitting outside for like almost 2 hours, he opened the door. I walked into the house, and I wanted to do some work on my computer. And to be honest, when you fall in love with a man and he doesn't love you back, they tend to hate your guts. Yeah, they tend to hate your guts. What happened? I was on the couch for 9 hours. Yep, you heard me right. I was on that couch for 9 hours. This man went into the house, went into his room, got ready, told me that, oh, somebody, he was going for a burial or something. Or he didn't know he was going for a burial before I came over. He told me to come over. Okay, I sat on that couch. He went out. He came back at 6 a.m. with another bitch. Yep. He came back home with another woman and asked me what he did. He took that girl straight to his room. And I was on the couch like a little homeless buddy. I was on the couch, my love. I was on the couch 9 hours, no blanket, no nothing. His friend had to come outside and give me a blanket. And when I told his friend what happened, his friend was like, nah, he would never do that to you. I'm like, yeah, he would. I cussed him out. I cussed him the fuck out over the phone. He told me, well, I need to go move back to be with my mother. I need to go back to my mother's house if I'm homeless, if I don't have nowhere to stay. But you told me to come over. I cussed him out. I cussed him out so well. And his friend was like, I told his friend, I said, you know, let's bet he's going to tell me to get out of his house. He's going to tell me to leave at night. His friend was like, nah, he would never do that. I was like, watch and see. He literally told me over text message, yeah, I need you to leave. But I didn't leave because I didn't have anywhere to go. You told me to come. I didn't leave. I should have left. I should have left, but guess what? I didn't leave. And tell me why he brought another bitch into the house. Took her straight to the room. He didn't give me the code to because his room had a lock thing. He didn't give me the key to the lock, right? But he gave the other girl, when the girl left something in the house, in his room, he gave the girl the lock key, and the girl went inside and clocked into the room and went inside and picked what she left. But me, I was sitting down on the couch for 9 hours. He didn't give me nothing. He didn't give me a bottle of water. So that's emotional abuse. And then after he came out of the room early in the morning, told me to sit down, started talking to me, talking about something I needed to take my meds. I'm going crazy. He was talking to me that I was crazy, that I didn't know what I was saying. So baby girl, I know personally what you are going through, okay? So, and I need you to know that if you're going through any emergency situation right now and you need somewhere to call or somewhere to go to, please reach out to me by email. It's going to be at the bottom of the screen, or you reach out to Domestic Violence Hotline 1-800-SAFE, okay? 1-800-SAFE, or you text START, S-T-A-R-T, to 88788, okay? That's what you need to do. I want to make sure, I want to make sure I got that right. So 1-800-SAFE, or text START, S-T-A-R-T, text START to 88788 if you're going through any domestic violence situation right now and you need help. So back to what I was saying. So it is, and even if he or she doesn't physically hit you, just being around them and flinching, or being around them and not being comfortable, walking on eggshells, being anxious, you can't speak up, you have severe anxiety when you're around this person, you can't even be yourself, you can't smile, baby, that is an abusive relationship and you need to run, okay? I need to tell you something. Your fear, your anxiety, your discomfort, it is not a sign that you are weak. It is not a sign that you don't want to work on your relationship. It's not a sign that you're a coward. Babe, it is your body and your spirit's alarm system trying to warn you that you need to go. You feeling all those feelings, all those weird feelings that you're feeling in your body, it is your body trying to warn you that, baby girl, you need to leave. Honey, you need to leave that relationship. And I tell you, you leaving doesn't mean that you're a coward. You running away and finding your own peace doesn't mean that you don't know that doesn't mean that you're weak. It only means that you're strong and you're ready to take your freedom and your safety into your own hands, okay? So running away is not you leaving, it's not running away, it's you running towards something. Do you know what you're running to? You're running into your peace, you're running to your freedom, you're running to your safety, you're running to your future, and you're running to your sanity. Somebody that is constantly telling you like, oh, you're crazy. Somebody that's constantly telling you, oh, that's not what I said. And then you start second guessing yourself. You start doubting yourself. You start, babe, I used to date somebody that I started starving myself. I would not eat for 2 days because she would call me fat. She would call me all sorts of names. I started feeling like I wasn't beautiful. I started feeling like I wasn't good enough. I would do videos, I would write so beautifully well, I would sing so well, I would do my makeup would be on fleek. This woman will come and she will come and badmouth everything that I did. She will come and use her mouth to say all sorts of things to me. And it will make me, one time I was doing my makeup, right? I was doing my makeup one time, and my makeup was so flawlessly done, and I was putting my Fenty Beauty highlight on my face, and she was like, you don't need to put that much highlight, you look ugly anyways. Girl, the whole night I was feeling like I was ugly, and I tell you, when I walked in there, everybody was staring at me, everybody was telling me how beautiful I was, but because my partner told me that I was ugly, and she had been constantly saying it, that I was fat, that I need to lose weight, that my stomach is getting fat, I don't have good posture, I don't know how to stand, I don't know how to talk. She was saying all these things to me. That's how I was thinking. I was thinking that I was ugly. I was thinking that I wasn't good enough. Okay? So if you're going through that right now, baby girl, I'm telling you that you're not crazy. You're not crazy. You're not ugly. You're not fat. You just need to leave that person. You need to take your sanity, your peace of mind, your children, your dog, your cat, your bird, and leave. Do not leave any pets with them. Do not try to be like, oh, maybe he will come back. Girl, you know how many people in this world go back to their abusive partners and they end up 6 feet in the ground. They end up going to go meet Jesus. Do you know how many people take back their abusive partners and they end up meeting God in heaven in the next 2 seconds? Because the moment you decide to leave, baby girl, that's the moment when you have taken your life back into your own hands, okay? That is the moment when you have taken your sanity back into your own hands. That is the moment when you have taken your future back into your own hands. Because this person is going to be telling you, oh, you can't be with anybody except me. Nobody's going to love you. Who's going to want to take you? You have 4 kids. Who's going to want to take you? You have 6 kids. Don't listen to them. Because you know the truth of the matter is that they are going to be wretched, lonely, and miserable when you leave them. Because you make them feel better. You make them feel good about their miserable selves. That's why they're making you feel bad. That's why they're making you feel worthless. Because they feel worthless. They feel miserable. So them being with you makes them feel a little bit good. But because they're already miserable, they're going to be projecting that miserability into your own life. And baby girl, I'm telling you, if you read the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 31, chapter 6, verse 31, what does it say? I'm going to put it down in this on the screen. It literally says, do not be afraid of them. Do not be afraid of the people that are trying to hurt you, because God has not forsaken you. God has decided that he will stay with you. If you hold that Bible verse, honey, there is nothing that you cannot achieve in this life. There is nothing that you cannot be, and there is nothing that you cannot do. Because the God that created you, that created me, that created your children, that created even the flies that fly in the air, that created the bird, that God has told you that he is going to stand by you. So you do not need to be afraid of what anybody's going to say. You do not need to care what your family is gonna say, because your family is not the one that is getting beat up like a pup every night. Your family is not the one that is getting snatched on the bed and get raped every night. Your family is not the one that gets dehumanized, gets humiliated, that gets bullied in front of your friends, in front of your family members, the ones that love you. Your family, the people that are telling you, oh, don't divorce your husband, what would the church say? Oh, don't divorce your wife, what would the church say? Honey, those people are really going to be the ones that will be crying at your burial. In fact, some people will not even cry, because guess what? That same person that doesn't want you to leave will be the one to come to your burial. God forbid if something happens. So, baby girl, this episode is not about the physical act of leaving, okay? That comes later. We're going to talk about that later. This episode is about the mental shift, okay? It's about the mental shift in your mind, that you're not a coward, you're a survivor. For me to come out and say this video, I know that this video is going to go viral anyways. I know that it's going to blow up. But you guys, I'm telling you for the fact that the moment that you mentally think, I deserve better, that is the moment that you start to think about leaving. The moment that you think in your mind, the moment that you mentally shift your thoughts and say, I deserve better, the moment that you allow yourself to think these thoughts, that I deserve to be with a man that worships the floor that I walk on. I deserve to be with a woman that actually loves me and is not always calling me fat. Is not always calling me names. Is not always beating me and smacking me. Because even women in relationship, they smack their men. They dehumanize them. They control their money. They control their lives. They control everything that they do. Babe, that is an abusive, toxic relationship and you need to leave. Okay? So, I don't want this video to be too long, but I'm going to give you a challenge for this week. And it's just going to be two things. I have my notes right here. The first thing is, I want you to allow yourself to think. And I want you to allow yourself to think. They're just thoughts, okay? And you can write them down if you want to. You deserve better. You deserve better. I want you to think it. I want you to say it in the mirror. I want you to look at the mirror and say to yourself, I deserve better. I, Phoebe, I deserve better. I, Phoebe, I deserve to be with a man that loves me, that calls me every morning, that kisses me, that hugs me, that gives me joy, that gives me peace, that gives me sound mind, that wants to tell me I am beautiful every single day. I deserve better. You need to stand in the mirror and say that to yourself. If you want to write it down, you can write it down, but you need to, and then the second thing is you need to acknowledge that it's scary. You need to acknowledge that you're scared, and that's okay. It's okay to be scared, okay? It's okay to be terrified. It's okay to be scared. But the moment you acknowledge that I want to leave this man, I want to leave this woman, I want to leave this nasty, toxic relationship, and you also have to know that you can't do it by yourself. You need help, okay? You need people to help you, and we have a community. Okay, you're not alone. You have to know that you're not alone. You're not doing this alone. I'm going to put it in my description box. In the description box, there's a Patreon account. We have a Patreon account and also a Substack account, and I think Discord or something. I'm just going to put all the links below. So if you need to talk to anybody, if you need to ask me any questions, I will also put my email down. You can email me any time of the night, any time of the day. As long as you need help, baby girl, I will be there for you, because I wish somebody was there for me. I didn't have anybody. I didn't have anybody to be there for me. I wish somebody was there for me. But I am making it a point of contact that I'm going to be there for the people that need me. So let's just recap, and we're going to do closing remarks. First thing, I need you to know that your intuition, the little thoughts in your head, the little feeling in your gut, trust your intuition. Trust your gut feeling. Refine your thinking. Say to yourself, you know that you deserve better, you're going to get better. Know that your feelings are valid. Your feelings count. Your feelings are valid. Every single feeling that you're feeling in your body deserves to be heard. Every single feeling that you're feeling in your body is valid, and you deserve to be seen. You deserve to be heard. People need to sit down and listen to you because you're going through something that it is very traumatic. Okay? So I want you to know that you're not alone. This is a community here, and I'm here, and we're here. The whole team is here for you. If you need help, please make sure that you reach out to the Domestic Violence Hotline. It is 1-800-SAFE, or send a text message. Text START, SCART, to 88788. Okay? And the next episode, we're going to be talking about invincible chains, recognizing coercive financial control and abuse. So make sure you watch, make sure you subscribe, make sure you tune in, turn on that notification bell so the time we're posting next week, this episode, by the time you see this episode, of course, the next episode will already be recorded. But you guys, I want you to know that Jesus loves you, I love you, I'm here for you if you need any help. Okay? And you know that you're not alone. People have gone through this situation. You have a community here. You can talk to me anytime of the day. Send me an email. Send me a text message. I'm going to put just send me an email, because I don't want people to start bombarding the phone number. So you guys, make sure you watch out for the next episode. I'm your host, Big Phoebes, and this is Let's Talk on the Couch. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next week, okay?